Let's talk about what happened to 4-year-old Paulette Gebara and how she went missing but was later found between her bed. Paulette Gebara was born on July 20th, 2005 in Mexico City. She was born to her parents Mauricio and Lisette Fara, and she had an older sister named Lisette, named after their mom. Now, Paulette was born prematurely. She was born 25 weeks into her mom's pregnancy, when usually a pregnancy lasts about 40 weeks. When she was born, she only weighed 1 pound and 7 ounces. Now, Paulette's parents were told that she would most likely never be able to walk or talk or just function normally. And as she grew up, she did have some developmental delays and some physical disabilities, but she was doing a lot better than the doctors expected her to. The family lived in a large skyrise apartment in Mexico City, and they actually had 2 live-in nannies who were sisters, Erica and Martha, who lived with the family, and they would help take care of the 2 girls, but mainly Paulette. On March 22nd, 2009, nannies Erica and Martha woke up and started getting the girls ready for school. Now, Paulette's older sister, Lisette, was 7 years old, so she actually started school earlier than Paulette. So in the morning, the nannies would get Lisette ready for school, they would walk her to the bus stop, and then they would come back to the apartment and wake up Paulette. That morning, they did their normal routine, and when they went into Paulette's bedroom to wake her up, she wasn't there. Erica started looking all over the bedroom to see if maybe Paulette was hiding somewhere, but she wasn't. She goes to the kitchen area to look for Paulette, and that's when she hears a noise coming from the living room. She goes to see what the noise is, thinking that it's Paulette, but no, it's actually Mauricio, Paulette's father. Erica asks him, "Where's Paulette?" and he says, "I have no idea, I haven't seen her." Erica explains the situation to Mauricio, and he says, "Go check the main bedroom, maybe she's in bed with Lisette." So Erica goes over to Mauricio and Lisette's bedroom, but Paulette is not there. Erica wakes up Lisette and tells her, "Your daughter is missing," and that's when Lisette wakes up and says maybe she went to go play on the playground downstairs, like she has to be somewhere. Erica and her sister Martha started looking all over the apartment building. They looked in the elevators, they looked in the lobby, they looked everywhere. And while the nannies were doing this, Lisette was in her kitchen just smoking a cigarette and having a cup of coffee. She wasn't even looking for her daughter or freaking out. Meanwhile, Mauricio was kind of just opening random closets to see if Paulette was there, but he wasn't really looking that thoroughly. Now, the nannies thought this was weird. I mean, if your daughter is missing, you wouldn't just sit there and smoke a cigarette and have a cup of coffee. Paulette was nowhere to be found, so police get called to the scene and they start investigating the entire apartment. They're looking for signs of a forced entry, any broken glass. They're just trying to figure out what happened. They also checked to see if anything was stolen or if anything was missing, maybe it was a robbery gone wrong, but no, everything was there besides Paulette. They also checked the apartment building surveillance footage, but there was no footage of Paulette ever leaving. So that meant that she was somewhere inside this building. Weeks would go by without any answers, and on March 31st, 2009, forensic experts were inside Paulette's bedroom looking for clues when they pulled back the blanket and found Paulette. She was found between her mattress and the end of the bed. Okay, more in part 2.